this is Jennifer's Day with Coloring Pages Bliss, and this is part 4 of my Sharpie Coloring Secrets video series. So let's get started. Okay, like the name says, we're going to talk about flick blending. Now, flick blending is referring to the way we're going to move the marker as we put down the ink. Now, what I've done first, of course, is lay down a base layer of my lightest tone. And now what we're going to do is with our blending colors, so this is the colors I'm going to use to add the different dimension and shading and blending, we're going to use a flick motion. Now, we've talked before about when you touch down onto your paper, how when you first put your marker down, you get that first pooling of ink with your marker, and then as you drag across, usually when you stop at the end of your stroke, you can get pooling at the other end as well. Now, with the flick technique, what happens is you will get pooling at the beginning, and then at the end you're going to lift your marker up and away, and you get this nice little feathering and no pooling at the other end of the stroke. Now, that was a lot of description for just basically flicking your pen, but I wanted you to understand what's happening with the ink as we're laying it down. What happens is we're going to get extra ink at one end of the stroke and very little ink at the other end, and so that's an automatic way to lay down the right amount of ink and get a beautiful gradation of the tone. So it works really well for our blending. Oops, and there we have a little bleeding, but that's okay. All right, so what we're going to do is I've got two different colors that we're going to do some blending on top of the yellow, and I'm kind of going for a flame look here. And this technique is so great for things like flames and grass and hair. It can add a lot of motion. You can use big areas or small areas to cover with this flicking motion, and it's very relaxing, mainly because you don't want to use a lot of pressure. You want to protect the tip of your marker, and so it's not like you want to push down and then flip up. You want to just do a nice easy motion, but you will get more ink pooled here and then a nice very light thin line at this end, and so it's going to give us, as we build up the lines, a beautiful shading effect, and it's really fun and easy, and it goes very quick. All kinds of different effects we can get, and we can build motion into the coloring piece by the way we lay the strokes down. I can make this whole piece feel like it's curving because I'm curving the strokes. And you can do that with hair and fur, or the way the grass is moving by the way you lay your flick strokes down. So now I'm moving to this peachy mid-tone color to just add a little dimension to this flame I'm building here. So we're not trying to cover all that yellow. We want the yellow to peek out, and we just want to give it a nice blending feeling. Then you can grab your yellow and capitalize on that bleaching effect we get when we go back over darker colors with a lighter marker. And as you can see, it sort of bleaches out those tips a bit and can lighten it down and blend it in together a little bit here for us. So pretty. So much fun. And you can come in, of course, down here if you wanted to clean it up and have it solid red at the base. We could do that. There's all kinds of different, it really depends on the look you want. If you feel like, oh, I wish that was solid, then just go back and make the base solid. Okay, let's do this again with another color combination so you can see what this does. Let's try blue. And I think we need a lighter blue for the base so we can see our flick strokes really good. Okay, this time we're going to do some flick strokes, not with the ultra fine point, but with a fine point. And so those flick strokes are going to be thicker. Doing some longer strokes. Shorter ones. And then let's grab maybe purple. That should look pretty in there too. Ooh, I gotta keep those low because they're coming out really dark. Make the bottom nice and solid. And then we could throw in some ultra fine ones as well. Give it some variety here. Almost not seeing those. Let's grab a darker one. There we go. Ooh, I like that. And then again, you can grab your lightest tone that you first started out with on your base layer and blend together a little bit if you'd like to. Very good. Okay, right here I wanted to show you how you can use the flick blending to make the veins of the leaf look really amazing. They really pop and it looks like tons of details have been worked in there, but really it's just a lot of little flicks with a few different Sharpie markers. Very cool. Alright, so that's part 4 of our Sharpie Coloring Secrets. Now, stay tuned for part 5. Make sure you hit like on this video and let's move on to part 5.